Rebirth is the fourth studio album by American singer Jennifer Lopez. It was released on February 23, 2005, by Epic Records. Following the release of her third studio album This Is Me. Then, 2002, which was dedicated to her fiancé at the time Ben Affleck, Lopez decided to focus on her film career. After her engagement to Affleck ended, Lopez put her career on hiatus, as she felt that it had been on a roller coaster ride for years. She soon married fellow Hispanic recording artist Marc Anthony, and professed that she had entered phase 2 of her life, signifying a new beginning. In late 2004, Lopez began working on Rebirth with producers such as Cory Rooney, Tim and Bob, Timbaland, Rodney Jerkins, and Anthony. She explained the album's concept as her being reborn following the media circus that followed her romance with Affleck. Having taken a vacation, Lopez returned feeling innovated. Additionally, she aimed to be rid of the J.Lo persona, which she described as not being a real person, confusing the public. However, she later stated that this was blown out of proportion. Rebirth was milder than her previous material, consisting of mainly mid-tempo R&B songs. It also included dance, funk, and hip-hop genres. Upon its release, Rebirth received generally mixed reviews. While some praised its up-tempo material, other critics were unfavorable of its mild content and Lopez's vocals. The album experienced moderate success. In the United States, it peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200, and was certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America for shipments of 1 million copies. Globally, it reached the top 10 in most major music markets. The album spawned 2 singles. The first, Get Right, peaked atop the UK singles chart and reached number 12 in the United States, while Rebirth's second single Hold You Down failed to make an impact, charting moderately. In November 2002, Lopez became engaged to actor and director Ben Affleck. Their high-profile relationship garnered a substantial amount of media attention. The public and media began to refer to them as Bennifer, and they became a prominent super couple in the media and popular culture. That November, she released her third studio album entitled This Is Me. Then, the album was dedicated to Affleck, who was her muse for the record's lyrics. The album performed strongly, opening to her highest first-week sales and becoming one of the best-selling albums of her career. However, overexposure from the media and public interest in their relationship resulted in less admiration for their work and negatively affected their careers. The couple broke off their engagement and split up by January 2004. Following this, she decided to take a break from her career, and married Marc Anthony months later. Following this, Lopez became more private, stating, "I don't want to talk about anything that is personal or private at all, because what's the use? You're open with people, and then they try and make a soap opera out of your life." In October 2004, it was reported that Lopez was in the studio working with Sean Garrett on material for her first album in 2 years. That December, it was announced that the album would be titled Rebirth. MTV News confirmed that artists such as Fat Joe, Fabulous, and Anthony would appear on the album, and revealed multiple song titles including Step Into My World, Cherry Pie, and Still Around. Rebirth is dedicated to Paige Peterson, an 11-year-old cancer patient whom Lopez befriended during visits to the Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Peterson died in November 2004. The album's title is personal to Lopez, as she felt reborn and wanted to be rid of the J.Lo diva persona the public believed her to be. According to Digital Spy, Lopez stated, "I'm not J.Lo, she's not a real person. She was just a bit of fun that got really crazy. I've never been anyone but Jennifer." She considered naming the album Call Me Jennifer, as that would be her way of saying goodbye to the whole J.Lo thing. This led to confusion with the public as to whether Lopez had dropped her moniker, with Lopez admitting that her comments were blown out of proportion. She later stated, "You can call me J.Lo, or you could call me Jennifer, or you could call me Jenny, I don't care." Having recorded the album after a 6-month hiatus, Lopez felt that she was back where she started. Explaining that she was on such a roller coaster ride from her first album to This Is Me. Then, she stated, "When I came back, this was the first project I did. I felt like it was a new beginning for me, like I was, in a way, reborn. I was where I was when I made my first album." Rebirth predominantly consists of dance and hip-hop music, while also incorporating 80s pop rock. Lopez was influenced by James Brown's music when creating Rebirth. The album opens with the song Get Right, an R&B, dance pop and funk-influenced song written by Rich Harrison, which contains heavy horn instrumentation. The song was originally recorded by Usher with the title Right for his album Confessions, but was scrapped. Step Into My World contains African music influences, and is sung by Lopez through a breathy vocal. Hold You Down is a mellow R&B song which features Fat Joe. It samples Shirley Murdoch's As We Lay. The track was a last-minute add to Rebirth. Lopez recruited Fat Joe for the song because it was a friendship record, and she didn't want to do it with anybody else. He said, "We don't talk every day, but we got mad love for each other whenever we see each other. It's always crazy love. Whatever You Wanna Do," also written and produced by Harrison, makes use of drums and horn instrumentals. Cherry Pie is an up-tempo pop rock song which features drums and an electric guitar. Lopez describes the song as having a Prince vibe. I Got You, written and produced by Jerkins, lyrically speaks about her secretive relationship with Anthony, with lyrics such as "Sometimes real love can be not seen 'cause you're thinking what's right in front of you can't be the one for you." Still Around is a summer-influenced R&B song which lyrically speaks about undying love. Anthony makes a spoken appearance in the track. Ride or Die is an intense R&B and hip-hop track which was co-written by singer Brandy for 2004 album Aphrodisiac. The song was later given to Lopez, who recorded it, with Norwood singing background vocals. I Love is a mid-tempo song which contains staccato percussion and airy synths. The song's lyrics have Lopez convincing her lover that she cares about him, and that their chemistry isn't pretend or make-believe, with her even stating that she'd die before hurting him. He'll Be Back and Can't Believe This Is Me, the album's final tracks, have been said to address lingering issues in Lopez's own love life. He'll Be Back, produced by Timbaland, has been viewed as a diss song to Ben Affleck, in which Lopez sings, "I know better than anybody how it feels to want somebody so bad after you break up." Can't Believe This Is Me is a power ballad produced by Anthony, which references every link in J. Lo's long relationship chain. During the album's December 2004 release party in Stockholm, Sweden, Lopez and Anthony abruptly left the event because of reportedly disruptive loud men who were under the influence of alcohol. That month, Lopez also traveled to the United Kingdom to promote Rebirth, being interviewed by radio stations such as Capital FM. Rebirth was first released in Germany and the United Kingdom on February 28, 2005. In the United States, it was released by Epic Records on March 1, 2005. It was also released by Sony Entertainment in most other regions, including Australia. On January 4, 2005, Lopez engaged in a live chat on MSN.com with her fans, in which she answered questions about Rebirth and its conception. On the day of the album's release, Lopez appeared at the Virgin Megastore in Times Square, New York City, where she signed copies of the CD. On March 3, she appeared at Hot 97's Full Frontal Hip Hop concert. Lopez was slated to embark on a short promotional tour of European cities as well as Dubai, but cancelled it. She later put out a statement saying that she was ill. "I very much wanted to be in London today, but unfortunately I'm not well. At the advice of my doctors, I'm unable to travel. Being sick has also caused me to cancel my European album tour." Lopez had expressed her hopes to embark on a world tour to support Rebirth. She told MTV News, "I've tried to plan a tour so many times. And we're planning it again. It's exciting." Lopez explained that her film career made it hard for her to tour. "It's been hard to map out that amount of time to really do it right." However, details for a tour were never unveiled and it subsequently did not occur. Rebirth produced just 2 singles. Get Right was released on January 3, 2005. America Online broadcast the music video the previous day, while MTV screened the video's creation on Making the Video on January 5. The following day, the full music video aired on Total Request Live, BET and Fuse. In the music video, directed by Francis Lawrence, Lopez plays a number of different characters in a nightclub, examining all the little moments that happen almost simultaneously in a nightclub during the duration of a single song. Get Right charted at number 12 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and peaked at number 1 on the UK Singles Chart. Hold You Down featuring Fat Joe was released as the album's second and final single. It peaked at number 64 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song being released as a single was criticized, with Pop Matters describing it as an ill-fated, milquetoast duet. At Metacritic, which assigns a normalized rating out of 100 to reviews from music critics, The album received an average score of 52, which indicates mixed or average reviews, based on 9 reviews. AllMusic's Stephen Thomas Erlewine praised Rebirth as a straight-ahead dance album, alternating between sweet, breezy pop tunes, and stated that whilst Lopez was not a flashy singer, she was appealing on the record due to the fact that she was able to present her limitations in tuneful packages with big, exciting beats. Rob Sheffield of Rolling Stone was unfavorable of the album, calling Lopez a rinky-dink pop singer. Yahoo Music's Dan Geno spoke positively of the album in comparison to the singer's previous works, stating that Lopez has finally turned the autopilot off and decided to take her pop career seriously. The album's called Rebirth for a reason. Nathan Rabin of the AV Club described Lopez's vocals as heavily processed, giving the album a mixed review whilst opining that the album's first half backs a certain fizzy effervescence, but the album sags as it approaches the finishing line. Entertainment Weekly's David Brown described Rebirth as mild and was unfavorable, stating that Lopez wants her music to be inoffensive and as easy to swallow as baby food so that it could appeal to a wide consumer base. Alexis Petridis of The Guardian gave the album a mixed review, concluding, "Despite the highlights, you're still left pondering the question, what happened to Jennifer Lopez?" Today Music's Tracy Hopkins observed, "Rebirth is a satisfying listen, but fans who like their Jenny from the block hot and spicy will be slightly disappointed by the disc's milder dance pop flavor." Slant Magazine's Sal Cinquemani wrote in summation that the album kind of is like a rebirth, but it's mostly just another Jennifer Lopez record, a few good songs, some badly some filler, great production, and a whole team of collaborators to make it all work. Mike Schiller of Pop Matters argued that Rebirth is anything but the renaissance that its title promises, calling it a slight shift in style for Lopez which features the occasional surprise and is totally harmless. In the United States, Rebirth performed moderately. It debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard 200 with first-week sales of 261,000 copies. This was below This Is Me Then, which sold 314,000 copies in its opening week. The following week, the album dropped to number 4, with sales of 87,000 copies. During its third week on the chart, Rebirth fell to number 7, selling 60,000 copies, bringing its total after 3 weeks to 408,000. It slipped to number 20 the following week with sales of 27,000 copies. On April 14, 2005, Rebirth was certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, for shipments of over 1 million copies. By June 2005, the album had fallen out of the chart's top 100. As of April 14, 2005, it has sold 1 million copies in the US. Rebirth entered the Canadian albums chart at number 2, selling 19,700 copies. It was eventually certified platinum by Music Canada, marking shipments of 100,000 copies. It reached number 8 on the UK albums chart, selling 41,000 copies during its first week. It had sold over 124,000 copies by the year's end, and was certified gold. Notes: A signifies a vocal producer. B signifies a co-producer. Get Right contains elements of Soul Power 74, written by James Brown, as performed by Maceo and the Max. Hold You Down contains elements of As We Lay, written by Larry Troutman and Billy Beck, as performed by Shirley Murdoch. Whatever You Wanna Do contains elements of Confunction, written by Delma Churchill, Harvey Fuqua, and Kenneth Hawkins, as performed by the Night Leaders. Credits adapted from the album booklet for Rebirth. Production. Style equals width, 50%, text align, left, vertical align, top. References equals